Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you all today. I have some notes, so I'm going to look down a little bit. I was opposed to this, you may have heard in the past, but I have been completely swayed by the reasonableness of everyone on the opposing side. I think the examples that Renata gave of Santa Cruz and Bend, Oregon, I think those are cities we should aspire to be more like in as many ways as possible. I think their fee structure would be great to just copy and paste over. The sooner we can do that, the better. I'm in favor of eliminating the 14-day exemption because that will specifically target small families that compete with me in the summer and add capacity when I could be charging more. So I appreciate that. The second point, the cap, basically does the same thing, except it gives us kind of a permanent advantage in the marketplace. Those who got their permits already, we get to keep our special property rights to use our property in a special way that no other Coeur d'Alene resident will get to do in the future, especially if it's a cap that's permanent in the future, which is not exactly what's here, but that has been discussed. And I think that's fantastic. I mean, that's like feudalism, where you have like lords that, like, this is your land and you get to rule that area, and give that to us. That's fantastic. What's the advantage of having property rights if everyone has them, right? I mean, we should keep that for ourselves. So I appreciate that that's being considered. The fee increase is also great. I think it's not really high enough. I would say instead of 180, I would say 485 for this next year, and then possibly 1,500, something more like Santa Cruz, Bend, Oregon. That sounds great. What that'll do is really help us, because one of the challenges of opening a short-term rental is all the startup costs. So, people buying furniture and stuff, and if we can make it even harder for competitors to actually get their permit and get started, that will really help. And that way there's fewer STRs, which is what your goal is. There will be fewer, and it'll just be ours. So thank you very much for that. Also, I have a few more seconds. The definition of satire is a genre in which vices, follies, and abuses and shortcomings are held up to ridicule with the intent to expose flaws. Thank you for your indulgence.
Lisa.